Hey guys, it's Bianca and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be testing out the much hyped Makeup Revolution stick foundation. Now I've never owned a stick foundation, so I'm not sure what I'm in for, but I've heard a lot of mixed reviews about this foundation, saying some say it's shit, some say it's amazing. But today I'm going to test it out and see how it works on my skin. So I had got this from Makeup Revolution in Pavillion. They had recently launched, I think, on the 28th of September. So it's a brand spanking new brand to South Africa. There's a whole lot of shops in and around South Africa. So I think if you just pop onto their website, they'll be able to tell you where the shops are and what. But I do know for a fact that Joburg and Cape Town are much more fully stocked than Durban. Durban gets the back end of everything. It's like the child who doesn't get enough attention at home and then it starts lashing out. But anyway, so I paid 109 Rand for this foundation. Now the thing that I will say is I don't know, it doesn't say how much is in, like there's no packaging to tell you how much this is in here or how to use it. It's just full on plastic packaging. It doesn't come with any instructions. So let me see if I can open this flappy thing, if it says anything to me, because I want to know how much is in here. I want to know how much is it gonna last me, but we'll get to that later. Okay, so first impressions on the packaging. This is very cute. I love the kind of matches my nails. This is a very, very cute foundation. I like the look of the rose gold because it looks very sleek. It's a matte little thing, and then you open it and this is what it looks like when you open it up. And I will say it is quite small. I was expecting it to literally be the same kind of size as the bottle, but yeah, I have it in the lightest shade F1, obviously. Yeah, the nice thing is that they did have a large selection of testers in store, so that was a good one. Okay, so I'm just going to roll it up. So this is what it looks like. I think it's a pretty good color. I don't think it will not match me. But yeah, let's go ahead. I have already moisturized my face. I didn't put any primer on. I don't wear primer. But yeah, okay, so I'm just going to apply some. Oh my god, it's so creamy! Oh my word. Okay, well let's start off with that as a starter. Let me just get my foundation brush. Now I'm just going to move this around with my brush, and then the other side we can use a beauty blender. Okay, so my first impressions on that is that is very nice coverage. And the colour is almost pretty much identical to my skin. So that's good. I like that coverage. Didn't cover this big bad boy, but the majority of my face is pretty much covered. It did take me a while to work it in there, but okay, so that's one layer on my skin. I am filming this in natural lighting today because I just feel like it will hopefully show the results a lot better. I actually don't think it's a matte foundation. It's looking pretty dewy to me, which is actually quite a nice finish. Yeah, my skin's looking okay. Like there's nothing to complain about. It's a good amount of coverage for the little swipes that I did use. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and do the other half of my face. But then I'm going to use a beauty blender and see if it makes a difference. Apparently there is a product that they launched which is called baking oil, which they said is a good kind of primer for this kind of foundation, because it is like, it's creamy, but I could see a problem with it like blending it out, because it once it gets on the skin it's quite hard to blend out. Both sides look pretty much the same, but I do prefer the brush just because I feel like it evenly gets the product out. I just hope it lasts longer than the concealers, and I know they did bring out a bigger version of the concealer, which I definitely will get my hands on because it was a good concealer. And it will only be, I think, 104 Rand, which is not bad, considering over here I had to pay just under 140 for it. Okay, so overall impression so far is that it is a good color match. I feel like it has the nice amount of neutral undertones that it's not too pink and not too yellow. It looks extremely natural on my skin. It's not clinging to any dry patches. I do have 1 or 2 dry patches from where I had a little bit of acne that's now dried down from my treatment. But other than that, I'm pretty impressed for 109 Rand. Like, that's amazing. But I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup, and then we'll see how it wears throughout the day, and I'll check in with you guys. Okay, cool. So I have finished just the basics like mascara and brows. So one thing that I will notice that it creases a lot, and now that I've set it, it's a little bit better. But I am super impressed so far. So what I'm going to do is, I have a full day of work today, and once I get home I will do a check-in, and then I'm going to go off to gym, see how it works through sweat and stuff, and then once I come home from gym I'll do my final thoughts. I'm super excited to see how this wears out. I love testing out affordable foundations. It just But I think the one thing that I will say is, where I had put the bronzer, it kind of picked up on the product. So what I probably would suggest is to use cream products with cream products. So because this is a cream foundation, I would suggest either setting it down properly with a powder that you trust, or using a cream product. Now, one thing that you could do is buy another foundation that you think suits your skin tone, and that's a few shades darker to contour with. Then that way you know the product will work together, because it's cream on cream. It will probably blend out beautifully. But yeah, so I'm gonna go off to work, and I hope you guys are having an amazing day so far if you're watching this, and I will see you guys later. Hey guys, I am back. It is now, it's just gone 3:05. So I have such mixed feelings about this foundation, because the coverage is so beautiful and it blended out really beautifully, and I'm oily as fuck and I'm shiny as fuck, and I already had to blot the excess oil at like 10 o'clock, 2 hours after I applied it. So I've had it on for 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. I've had it on for, say, 7 hours. Say 6, 7 hours. So I don't know if it's gonna get past gym. I might have to blot again. But I mean, it looks fine on the skin. Like, it hasn't gone into my smile lines as much. But it just looks like it's sitting on top of my skin. Like, it doesn't look like it's one with the skin. But I mean, if you like dewy foundations, then by all means. But if you have oily skin, I wouldn't recommend. But what I will do is I'll try like a mattifying setting spray, a mattifying moisturizer, and I'll see if that helps with the outcome. But guys, like, I don't know, I have such mixed feelings about this foundation, because the coverage is so beautiful, and it's a beautiful finish when I had first applied it, but now it's just like crazy oily. I know it's not, it does like, but the thing is, like, it doesn't say fast base foundation matte or fast base foundation dewy, like it doesn't say anything on the packaging, so it's quite misleading to an extent where you're not sure what kind of finish you're gonna get. Amazing for oily skin, I mean for dry skin. If you have dry skin, buy this because your skin will most probably love it. Yeah, that's all I have to say for now. I will check back in, I think, after 5 o'clock and see what it looks like after gym. Oh my god, pray for me. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. It's now 8 minutes to 7, so I've had this foundation on for 11 hours. Okay, so that's really, really long. So, picking up on what I said before I left off in the last check-in, is that nothing much has pretty much changed at all. Coverage is still kind of there. I'm noticing it fading over here in this section, but this is just what the foundation looks like. You can probably tell there's a bit of it rubbing off and separating my nose area over here. My forehead is still looking pretty good. It's looking a bit dodgy on my chin area, but other than that, like, I think it's okay. It's not the best kind of results I've ever got from a foundation, but I mean, for the price point, I think it's pretty fabulous. Okay, so I've peeled this thing back, and here it tells you that it's cruelty free and you get 6.2 grams of product. So if I take a other foundation, so this is my MAC one. So my MAC has 1 fluid ounce, and this only has 0.218 fluid ounce. So that's a major difference. So I don't think you're getting 30 mils of product in this, so it isn't a usual foundation. Yeah, so you're getting a lot less, just like the concealer. So they're clearly making stuff that's not the usual amount that we would hope for in products. And then I also noticed that their recent foundation, which is the concealer version, also has less than 30 mils. So it's okay, but what I will do is, for oily skin, I will test out a mattifying primer and a mattifying setting spray to see if it alters anything. But yeah, other than that, I really, really did love the coverage. I'm just not a big fan of how it wore on my skin. If you have oily skin, I would suggest, I mean, get it. It's only 100 rand, but you would want to take some time to play and make sure that it actually lasts on your skin. There's no point buying a foundation for it only to last an hour or 2 hours. I had to blot at 10 o'clock today, and then I had to blot when I got home at about 3:30. Around about that time. So I definitely had to blot twice in one day, which, I mean, I suppose is doable if you really want to try and make this work, but overall I would give this foundation a 7 out of 10. So what I'm going to do is, a lot of people requested me to open up it all the way, so that is how much product you get. So bear in mind that you don't get 30 mils at all. You only get a fraction of the price in, like, than a normal foundation. So if you wanted to see how much I used, it was filled right to the top, and there is a little bit of an indent. So you definitely do use quite a bit of product depending on your coverage. If you want full coverage, I would suggest, well, what I used today was, I did 3 swipes, and then I blended it everywhere. If you want to do less coverage, I would suggest maybe 1.5 stripes, 1.5 stripes, and yeah, so I'm going to play around with this, and then I will update you guys on my social media. All of my social media is linked down below in the description box, and it's also linked on my page as well. So if you guys are interested to see my journey with this foundation, I will let you guys know if I have, like, found a way to test this out, because I really want to love this. I really want to love this. So thank you guys so much for watching my review. I hope you found this helpful. and that you will try it out for yourselves, because I know it's not always the same for everyone. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and also that like button as well, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.